Hello, and welcome to another RANGROO cast. Me, RANGROO, and today we are doing a 1v1 on a nuclear entity. It's coming. So, on left hand side in blue, playing this blue for, we got the Coletrain. And on the right hand side in red, but don't be mistaken, because he is also playing as the blue 4 faction, we got PLR Ron Strength, or OneStr. I'm guessing that's Ron Strength. And I've heard of Ron defense characters in RuneScape. Ron strength would be rather difficult. But anyway, let's speed things up and get things going. And once again, this map is probably just going to come down to the flanks as usual. As they are very important to hold, as they are +2 sectors. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these guys Russ Delta. In the rear we go, and they've got quite a little bit of a helicopter force here from Ron. 2 lynxes and 2 pumas. Quite a bit of force sending up top into Foxtrot. A lot of infantry guys with some Bradley support. Cobras and Blackhawks screen in front into Alpha. While not sending too much into Alpha. And this could prove to be quite deadly as the lynxes do close in. And they will beat the Blackhawk in a one-on-one fight. But he's going to be landing his pumas. A little bit of Ray. Going to be landing the SAS. One in Delta, definitely a good idea. The other one in this Crossroads town, just want to be safe and sorry. Yeah, he definitely could have got into Alpha. You know, sometimes it's better to be safer. Now, Coletrain moving in quite heavy onto the top hand side. Got Abrams just pounding away at TH-49s. And Canadian Airborne and Canadian Rifles are going at it. It does seem like both sides are playing no-rad decks, which is rather interesting. And OneStr just has the infantry firepower. And all that was going at it, the M1 Abrams. And the M1 does manage to prove on top, managed to get his first critical shot to the commandos, just completely destroying him. As it was low in HP, and Nighthawk completely obliterating that squad over the air. And the Rifleman barely gonna hold out and kill the Canadian rifles. And these commandos and the flank round top, but the Bradleys are gonna stun them up. So quite an interesting little engagement up top of the bottom side. Oh, Ron Strength managing to maneuver around into Alpha. And this is not good at all for Coletrain. I understand he's devoted most of his force to the capture out top in the hotel, but he didn't even send a single infantry guy into Alpha. Even just a few infantry into his town here would definitely be more than enough to at least keep the point neutralized. Because at this rate, Ron Strength could easily just completely capture the point. Coletrain is moving through. He does have his top hand town, which is very important. Because usually most people just try to attack through here and then they get ATGM'd from the town by attacking up top and then moving down south is usually a smarter course of action. You know, I do think Coletrain's going to run another heavy tank array we go, and then when A1 Abrams being brought up to the front line, and we got Riflemen and Commandos moving in close into the forest. But they are a little bit outnumbered. I don't mind Airborne and Riflemen of Coletrain getting stunned up to 495, doing the damage. And so I'm getting some Canadian Airborne into Alpha. Got Leopard C2 being brought up. I've been a better idea to get some infantry here. He does have infantry being brought up. And oh look, we got an ASLAB managing to sneak all the way behind enemy lines. And there is a CS here for self-defense. Yo, I think he's getting the CV's back here. It should usually be the more obvious choice. But because it's over here, you could either just keep the ASLAV to recon or try to move around and kill the CV. Now, OneStr is holding a pretty good defense here. He's managing to retake his left-hand forest, and he's slowly moving up on top. And if he manages to capture a hotel, he will definitely be in the clear, because he's doing some great job in Alpha. So having a hotel in Alpha under his control will be a big bloody deal. Got a D-Eagle dropping in a lot of bombs, not doing too much damage, Joe. The Canadian rifles getting in. Going to be fighting the Highlanders. And we've got more infantry guys being brought up into his left-hand forest, so the M&A Abrams in position to shoot them down. Some very good kills there. Pretty much knocking out the entire infantry platoon. We do have a Charlie Run Mark Run and a Centurion AVRA up top, and they are going to be facing each other. So it's going to be down to who can reload faster, and it's going to go down to the Abrams. Going to be taking the victory. Because the Abrams 7, yeah, that's a 9 rate of fire. I believe the Charlie has a 6, has like a 7 or 8 rate of fire. So yeah, in a forest fight, an Abram does come down on top, and in forest fights of tanks, it always comes down to the rate of fire. Because the kinetic energy doesn't matter, because we're going to be doing crap tons, because we're going to be very, very, very close. That's why I like my on-tosses, so they don't have kinetic energies or heat. But anyway, the 495 stunning off the Abrams. They're going to kill it. The swarm of the bees. That was a pretty good kill there with the 495. Is that a 5 or an S? I don't know. I want to say it's a 5. Is it? I'm confused. That looks like a 5. That is definitely a 5. I mean, sometimes it's a Wargame text can be rather confusing. But nonetheless, that was a pretty bloody good kill. Just swarming the Abrams and overpowering it. Now, OneStr not really sending too much else into Alpha. The same with Coletrain, only sending in some Canadian Airborne. Means this is just a point right before the taking. Now, he doesn't even have Charlie under his control, but OneStr still has the lead by 220 points to 2. Yeah, Flaps going after the Canadian Airborne. You do have an Apache longbow being brought up, a rather scary unit. And I don't think there's much AA up top, or any at all, to be honest. Yeah, hardly any AA whatsoever. It's just longbow is going to have a flipping field day. You know, it's a little bit unsupported. I mean, yes, it does have the recon optics, but you don't want to get it that close. Especially if there's AA in the area, this would be dead. But F-15D Eagle managing to kill the plane sent to intercept it. And, oh, he didn't drop his bombs though, but he did survive and get a kill. And I believe that was an F-18. Yeah, I think it was an F-18. Is that an F-18? Yeah, that's an F-18. And the last Highlanders holding their ground. There will be only run, and the only run will be the Canadian riflemen and Lynxes. Completely shattering them, and OneStr completely retaking Hotel. Nighthawk doing a bit of a nuking run there. And that's going to really relieve some of the pressure for OneStr. They may want to think about this again, a CV into Charlie maybe. Same with Coletrain. Seems like that's exactly what he's going to be doing. He definitely needs to catch up to those points. And OneStr just holding the forest, reinforcing the town. British is focusing up top, sending some infantry guys down below. Tracked Rapier as well. Both sides just filling out their forces. A little bit of an engagement here. The Fusiliers and Canadian Airborne. As they do try and retake the forest. You got Chieftain Mark 5s in here. And a lot of Canadian rifles as well. Chieftain's definitely going to help out quite a bit. Nighthawk dropping in bombs, hitting the Chieftains. Forcing them to panic, allowing the Leopard C2 to chase it down, and it is faster, it does get the kill. And Coletrain retaking that forest, so he doesn't have a foothold into Hotel. And just as long as OneStr can completely hold Hotel, he should be good to go. But Coletrain is gaining a very nice +2, forcing OneStr to capture Charlie. So really now, it's just going to come down to who can capture Delta. And neither side sending forces into Delta, and that usually is a pretty good idea. You want to hit heavy on the flanks, but now that the flanks have really started to set down and become a bit more defensive, Delta would probably be the best option for both players. Though Coletrain is still attacking up top. We got F-15 Eagle. I think he's just trying to find some sort of thing to blow up. But failing to. Nighthawk dropping in the nuke once again. And OneStr really wants to think about maybe getting some AA up top. Because these planes are doing a lot of bloody damage. He does have a tracked rapier at the bottom, which has definitely proved to be a bit more useful here. Roz top side. Canadian rifles moving up. And pretty much getting killed. And I do want to apologise. OneStr is actually playing a Commonwealth deck. Now that I notice. There is still a battle of the Anglophobes, so we've got Canadian Riflemen and Rangers just moving in. The longbow giving fire support as well. May want to, restock those Hellfire missiles. Nighthawk and the Eagles dropping the bombs. Harrier GR7 trying to do the same thing. Coletrain managing to get a bit of a foothold in the hotel, and those planes are just coming in, and you really need some AA up top for run strength. Really need your AA because those planes are doing so much damage. And then the nasty type bombers, Nighthawks, just they kill tanks and platoons like that. And D Eagles is when you really want to knock out an entire block. Alpha and Charlie, pretty quiet. Run strength got, some stuff in the Delta at least. Got commandos holding it for now. And we got a longbow moving in, and this is what I mean about the AA, it's longbow. Using just its cannon to kill everything. Absolutely everything. It's going to run out of ammo soon, which is the funny part. Here we go, a tracked rapier being brought out. Forcing that longbow to retreat, but the damage has already been done. All the infantry in the middle just getting rickety wrecked. And now that Coletrain has hotel, I mean, he's pretty much got it in the bag at this point. You do got a lot of it's only man patch. We got a Nighthawk chasing the man patch. A little bit overkill, yeah, but hey, whatever floats your boat. And now that Coletrain holds hotel, this is a really easy point to defend for his side, because it's really two bridges that the enemy can take, so just some well-placed ATGMs and long-range tanks, and you don't have to worry about a bloody thing. And Coletrain really want to hold the point, bringing an M1 Abrams command tank. And now he's getting that very nice +2, going to be catching up to run strength, but run strength does capture Delta. But it is a +3 still for Coletrain, which is a ridiculous amount of points. Absolutely ridiculous. We've got an Aslav TOW 2 being brought out. Yeah, it's just going to run into the Leopard C2 most likely. Coletrain may want to think about making another tank up here. Again, a Dapio. An interesting choice. I think maybe try and deal with those lynxes. There we go, we've got Cry Big Force here, Canadian rifles, and M113's even getting a bombing run to do some stuff. As actually enemy planes dropping bombs. And that's exactly what I mean about the AA. The entire force just got destroyed. The Charlie's going to be moving up. And he's going to do a bit of damage, but once that Nighthawk, rearms, it's just going to blow it up. Or it gets too close to the airborne. Coletrain on that very nice +3, almost taking victory. You got mortars, or yeah, I got artillery fire in there. The big tubed runs, the 203s, which is a rather odd diameter for cell, 203mm. You'd think I'd just kind of knock it down 3mm and just leave it at a nice even 200. But I guess there's some sort of fancy aerodynamic or rapid ballistic throttle that makes it good. But anyway, just the American air power just coming in, blowing up all that stuff down here, and it's going to be blowing up the javelin. A little bit overkill once again, but whatever, floats your boat. But none the matter, Coletrain does win, Run Strength does surrender, and that will be a good game. And holy mackerel, that is a 1,700 point kill advantage to Coletrain, and no friendly fire incident, which is always good. And that was quite an interesting match. Both sides attacking heavy on the flanks, which is what you want to do. But Coletrain, he run because he had planes, and Run Strength didn't have AA. Pretty damn simple. That D-Eagle and Nighthawk just destroyed half of Run Strength's force. They must at least have 1,000... well, that's a bit exaggerated. 800 kill points between the Nighthawk and the D-Eagle. But yeah, I think if Run Strength, either A, puts hard into Alpha, because he really had the opportunity for most of the match to really take the point, but he was defending up top. And B, if he had AA. If he had the AA, he could have knocked down those planes, because the planes were really being a pain in the arse. But yeah, hey, good match nonetheless, and I'm going to leave it off at that. This has been another RANGROO cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.